Good morning, everybody. It's Guido coming at you with a coffee talk from the left side of the Atlantic. It is the 19th of May. Hello, Pilgrim.
Hello, Guido, and hello all that are watching right now. It is Pilgrim from the correct side of the Atlantic with his cup of tea, as normal, his breakfast orange pecan. There you go.
Oh, look at this. We didn't even coordinate.
We didn't, did we? But look at that.
All right. Yeah. Go on into the storm.
You've always got the cool avatar, though. I've got the grumpy, gnarly avatar. You've always got the cool one, haven't you?
What'd you say? The wrinkly elbow?
Yes, the wrinkly elbow, the gnarly elbow avatar. There you go. That's it.
That's like an EFT right there, or NFT, or what do they call it? Non-fungible token. You cannot make your avatar again because Midjourney is too good.
Yes, exactly.
Midjourney will
you
never
can't have that again. That is unique.
You cannot have that picture. You would never in a million years be able to tell Midjourney to create that again because it'll never be that bad again.
It is very. I was going to say it's very special to me, but yeah, I'll go with that. It'll never be that bad again.
I mean, we talked about this a while ago. It will never be that bad, right?
No, it won't.
Which was so good.
It too much. They refine it too much, don't they?
Which was so
I've got
good.
this on everything now. This is my avatar for Discord, for
is it?
Motorcycle Club, everything. Everything. This is my avatar now. On everything. I've got a T-shirt with it on.
It's so bad, it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
Absolutely amazing.
No problem, Zemke. Zemke got his mug. Hoorah.
Oh, great. Good morning, everybody. Who's here? We got Kedge, Sasquatch, Stickler, Wayne, Zemke's in the house. I haven't seen you on for a while, Zemke. We've been missing a bit. I'll tell you what I have been doing, though. Odd Dog. Who else is here? Bats Fam. What's happening, Bats Fam? Good to see you.
Thanks.
Randall Green. Working your ass off, yeah. Also, Pilgrim. So, guess what I did yesterday, game-wise? I'll give you a hint. I downloaded a game. What do you think it was?
You downloaded Girls and Panzers. No. Is this too early? Is it too early?
Why? You're trying to steal the thunder, man. No, I didn't. I did not download the Panzer Children.
Okay.
No, not Minecraft. Nope. I'll give you a hint. It's extremely popular right now, which will probably
Minecraft.
No, I just said Minecraft. No, not Minecraft.
Fortnite.
No, close. You're getting closer. There you go. Wayne hit it.
Not Helldivers.
Yes, I enlisted and became a hell diver.
Oh dear.
I even have some macros built on my Stream Deck.
You're getting serious.
Yeah. So I can reinforce, resupply, and get my MG43, which is the only real things I've got. The game is manic. I don't know. It's not bad. It's kind of fun. Now, here's why it's kind of fun. Kind of funner, anyway. There's probably half a dozen to 10 guys in the neighborhood that all play it. All older guys, roughly my age or slightly younger. Just a bunch of goofballs. Some of them are PlayStation guys. Some of them are PC guys. But because
cross-platform.
Because it's got cross-platform, you can all play at the same time.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And as you know, which is similar with this game, if you have somebody who's played it a while and can show you some of the things that are frustrating, you can get through some of the BS much quicker, which I did yesterday for about an hour and a half with my buddy Dan. And so I'll probably play it a bit. Here's the other thing.
Are you gonna put a YouTube video up?
Yeah, I bet I'll make one at some point once I get going a little bit. But it's a bit like Tanks. Now, it's not 15 minutes max. It's more like 30 minutes. But a lot of missions don't quite take 30 minutes. But you can do one thing and then leave if you got to go do something else, which is nice. It is manic, though, because you're running around and shit's coming at you from every direction. And I'm at the low levels, which is not too spastic. And I'm a little bit worried because the guy's like, oh, you should see it when you get to the upper levels. Just complete chaos. I'm like, I don't know about that. But
yeah, we don't like chaos, do we?
All I know is I have a great big MG43, which is my special weapon that I bring down from the ship. Right. And it just mows them down.
Does it?
Yeah.
But so is it OP? Is it an OP weapon or is it just
No. I think it's not even considered a very good weapon. It's just fun right now for me because of the way it works and how it just crushes
I'm
things.
just reading what Zemke's put. So it's Halo meets Star Wars meets Starship Troopers meets Terminator.
Yes.
I sort of get a feeling for it now.
Yep.
Alrighty.
It's kind of clever because you actually have your own ship,
Right.
which doesn't do a whole lot. It's basically your lobby to go in and
Base.
do the thing.
Oh, so
yeah,
it's
it's your
like a
base.
garage.
Yeah, exactly. So you can do the things you got to do.
Right.
And then you get to name it. Fairly limited.
Right.
It doesn't let you make your own name, but it gives you choices, so you can mix and match and make a.
Do you sort of like deploy out through the bottom of it?
Yeah, it shoots you down in a
Launch down?
pod. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yep. And
I
then you
get
can bring strikes down from it and other equipment that it's called
Ah, right. Okay. A bit like Thanos.
magic powers.
Thanos. Yeah, magic
Yeah.
powers.
They
Yeah.
call them stratagems. Stratagems. So what's funny and annoying to me as a PC player is the stratagems are you press a button, brings up the panel, and then it's built for the console. So it's stuff like up, left, right, down, up.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah, it's
Oh man. So can you keybind? Can you get those keybinds or not?
you can. So you either build yourself a macro, which I don't know how to do, or you have a device that does it for you, which is a Stream
Right,
Deck.
you've got the Steam Deck.
Yeah, so I can press one button and it will hit all those keys in order correctly.
Alrighty.
So that took me about an hour to figure out because it.
So this is a bit of a tangent for you because that's not the sort of game.
No, yeah, I generally stay away from the FPS.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fun. I didn't see it, my friend. No, I do apologise. I did not see it.
Oh wow!
Fantastic.
Holy
Great
cow!
news, mate. Fantastic. Oh yeah.
That's
Really-
great, dude. Hold on, where is it?
Really, really
there.
pleased. Well done, buddy. Yeah, good lad.
Fantastic, man. Congrats.
Good on him. Yeah,
Yeah,
good on him.
that's
Fantastic.
that's a lot
Just
for
in
a
case, just in case
6-year-old.
just in case the guys don't remember, Bats fan, we got in touch with him some time ago now.
Yeah.
You know, and that's basically it's been some time, but it's great to see that. It's great to see it back. Fantastic.
Are you still streaming there, Bats fam? I think you were streaming there for a while. Okay, so what else? We got channel news. I am working on tanks wise.
Yeah,
We
Battle Challenge. Yeah,
should talk some tanks or something. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't hate this. It's the tier 10 wheel tank.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You gotta love the gun. The gun's pretty wicked. 0.28 dispersion, 1.62 aiming time.
I think it's what wheeled tanks should have been.
Yeah.
Instead of the French clown cars, that you know the inability of that particular vehicle to do these backflips and high fives and all the rest of the nonsense. That's how wheeled tanks should have been.
Yeah.
Good, solid, medium tanks, really.
Yeah, that exact point struck me yesterday because bit of a slump to some extent.
Right.
And I think I brought it on myself because I shouldn't say these things out loud. And it's probably more confirmation bias than anything. But let's just pretend that the world's against me for a minute. Because I don't know if you remember me saying I haven't been bothered by Arty or EBRs too much lately. Were you on stream when I said that?
Yeah, you
Those
did.
very
Yeah,
words?
that's right, yeah.
Guess what I have been completely bothered by for the last 3 days?
Wheeled tanks.
And Arty.
Oh,
I'm just
okay,
getting
but-
absolutely pummeled by Arty, and the EBR 105s, which I felt like I hadn't really seen around much, are absolutely crushing the life out of me. And I was playing this thing, trying to deal with an EBR 105, and the difference in the mechanics for the two could not be more stark.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
dumb.
yeah,
It's
of
dumb.
course, yeah.
You know, I see him. He's coming up through a ravine, and if you were this thing, and I saw him start to climb the little hill, I'm like, well, he's going to pop over the hill. There's no way he turns in time. Because I'm thinking the maneuverability of this thing. Of course, you let go of the W key, and it goes, whoop, and so he just does a 180 on the other side of the hill and never crests. I'm like, okay, I forgot about that crap.
Yeah. And of course, Arty then, the trouble is with being an aggressive player, as we've already spoken about, you're always the first one to be seen. Arty then focuses on you forever and a day. You just can't get away from it. So
And that's largely my fault. I mean, if you're going to be the first one to be seen, you're probably going to get shot by Artie. Lee Fan, I got several people's. I do believe I got yours. I know I got yours. I got several messages from people. There are going to be a couple light tank features next week. We're going to bleed over Scout Week just a little bit because I kind of threw that out in the middle of the week or whatever, and it takes people a while to get to get replays and stuff. So we're going to do a few more of those from you guys. I got a couple others. Somebody had an 8,000 AK game. It was their first time. So I will absolutely use all that stuff that I can use. So thanks for sending it.
Can I just say to everybody watching?
I'm not using yours, Pilgrim.
I was just going to say, can I just say to everybody watching, just because I'm his partner in crime on Coffee Talks doesn't give me any credence or any leeway when submitting replays, because he just never features my replays.
That's actually yours is in the hopper. Actually, no lie, no, I'm not making that up. Yours is in the hopper, absolutely. You know what? Your timing has been bad lately. I don't know how many times I've sent a message back to you saying the patch just hit. I can't use it. But
I know.
I've featured you at least a half dozen times, Mister.
Well, you have, but in conjunction with you.
Yeah. Look, you got all kinds of FaceTime right here. What more do you want?
I know. I'm only joking. I don't care. I do really. I wouldn't have said it.
We see your gameplay when you join in the platoon.
Yes. Yeah, I'm dead within 30 seconds. That's my gameplay. It's fine.
Dude, I did that yesterday. I don't know how many times. Probably 2 or 3 times. The first guy dead 0 damage games yesterday. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy.
It is. Do you know, when you look, it's quite funny. We get it a lot on the EU, is that you'll go to the guy who got 0 damage and you have a look at his service record afterwards. And some of them have got 120,000 battles, and you're thinking, how have you got a 49% win rate, and how did you do 0 damage when you've got 130,000 battles, dude?
It is just an impressive refusal to learn anything.
Engage.
whether they just don't want to or can't, or a combination of the two, it is pretty impressive. But there is a limit. I've got over 100,000, and I'm not a 65% player. Right. I mean, I've tried to get better as I go and learn things, but there's a limit. Everyone's going to have a limit. It's not like just because you played a lot, you're going to get better and better necessarily. Maybe they're actually 45%ers, and they've done good to get to 49.
49. You don't know. Yeah, exactly. It's context, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Or maybe they just refuse to learn.
Maybe they just suck. But anyway.
Yeah. Maybe they just keep going valley. They just keep going beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to zoom by, as far as this thing zooms anyway, an FV yesterday and got 1 shot.
Oh yeah, that happened to me, funny enough, when I was platooned with somebody who abandoned me on the hill. Oh, hello.
Dude, we could have won that one. I came close. I know.
It was a draw in the end, wasn't it?
It was, and I had to fight tooth and nail just to get the draw. In fact, when I killed the FE, I thought I'd won because I forgot the Artie was there. I was so focused. I'm like, oh, I won.
I think you got to the point where you thought you'd won it.
Yeah, but no, there was a complete hole with their tank left. And if I'd have stayed on the hill, I don't know. I think probably Sheridan gets me, but we'd had a way better chance. Because
I think so.
Yeah, absolutely.
I fluffed a shot on the Sheridan because I was trying to answer you when you went, I'm sorry, I've left you. And I was like, blah, 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 blah. Oh, bloody hell, the Sheridan just got past me. So,
dude, I lost SA.
Went, hello.
I lost SA on that game 3 or 4 times.
Did you ever?
100%.
Who'd want to be your wingman?
I totally forgot you were even there. And I looked on the minimap and I'm like, what's this Minotauro back here? I'm like, oh shit, that's Pilgrim.
Hang on a minute, Pilgrim hasn't died in the first 30 seconds. What's going on? Has he been hiding in the corner of the map?
It's like the Lank is flying along and the little fighter, and I'm like,
yeah. Get on with it.
I'm like, I'm out of gas, dude. You're on your own to Berlin. See ya. All right.
MK. Totally unforgettable.
I'll try to do better next time. Not working had a rough day. 9 wins, 21 losses. Team after team filled with trying people trying hard. With low PR, didn't matter what tier. I know. It did seem like that. Again, confirmation bias, but again, we pretend that I'm great and should never lose a game. It did feel like that yesterday a lot. The last 3 days, like I said, I'm in a bit of a slump. I was cruising along 58, 60%. Solid mid 2000s,
Oh, brute.
whatever it is. Win 8.
Now, can I pick you up on that a little bit there? Just
Sure.
a little bit. When you say, I'm great, I should win every battle.
True.
That's not the point. The
No.
point is, I just wish I could win a battle. Never mind every battle. Just one. Just one more gaming. Just
Yeah.
one.
Because yesterday I didn't win any.
No.
No, I lost every battle yesterday. All right. I got to fix my thing. We've got N Hankin 123 with the follow. Thank you very much. Also, you helped me realize that once again,
Excuse me.
Streamlabs has turned itself off. I don't know why it do that. Why do you do that, Streamlabs? Please help me understand.
It's like everything. It's like everything gets goobered up whenever anything takes control of your system.
It just logs me out. I think what happens is it logs me. It auto logs you out, and then is it on?
Yeah.
On. All right. So we should be back up. Again, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome. This is Coffee Talk. Generally, we talk about tanks, but you never know where the speaking.
I don't know where it's
could
going to
lead.
go.
You never know. Yeah. So
Anyway,
my last.
Let's talk about your 100 battle challenge. Let's get that going.
My last 3 days is 47%. Although my last 24 hours was 60%, so maybe I've made a turnaround. We'll see. So 100 battle challenge. We're on the concept 5. We are. Well, let's just take a look at this where we are with statistics. We are 93 on the Gonk, so I have 7 more to finish that. That is the tier 9 Polish TD. I quite like that thing.
Right.
It's a large part for the of the slump. I struggled a bit. I was running 60% in it. I'm at 56, which is decent. 2,200 damage, which for me is pretty good, especially for a casemate at tier 9 average.
Yeah.
The armor use is at 0.53, so that's the situationally good armor. It's not a. It's not a, that. This is.
Yeah.
This is billed as an assault TD, which is purely on its gun mechanics of needing to be
Not
close.
on the armor. No,
but not on the armor.
Years. Yeah.
I mean, 0.53 is useful-ish, situational, but it is not reliable in any way.
No. There's too much flat plate on them, to be honest.
It's just not thick enough either. It's just 190, and it's okay angling. But that's pretty good. And we're doing so this is the tier 7 wheel tank. It's on hold because I maxed out the battle pass points. Same thing for the Juto, which I don't know what's going on here. I expect this is probably going to come down. But right now, I'm having a spectacular run in the Juto at 71%.
Oh, okay.
This thing...
It's like that. I mean, I've got that with the Centurion 7-1. It's up at 68%, and I'm frightened to play it now because I don't want it to drop.
I think it's an anomaly to a large extent, and it will
Yeah.
absolutely come down because 1,300 average damage does not support. You guys can't see it, but it's 1,300 average damage at tier 7 does not support a continuing 71% rate.
No.
And its armor is kind of crap at 0.21 armor efficiency. It's not really doing its thing. What else we got? BZ is creeping up. I do play that once or twice a day. It's sitting at 64% with a 1,100 average experience. This thing's dumb. I mean, it's just dumb.
Do you have? I know you do your 100 battle challenge, but do you have tanks that when you're having a really bad day and you think, right, I'm going to find that tank that really I do well in? I think you do, don't you? I mean, I go to that tank, for example.
I used to, but I don't now. Yeah.
Don't you
Okay.
do
You
that?
know what? Yes, I do, and it's the Manicore.
Yeah, I was going to say you do the man.
Nope, you're right. If I'm getting super. But the other thing about the Manicore is it's on its own challenge.
Yes.
So I have many little internal challenges. I'm trying to get this thing up into the top 5.
Yes.
And to do that, I've got to get past the M53, 55, which unfortunately I do play once in a while. So we're closing in on it, but every once in a while it gets another game played on it.
Yeah, you are.
I'd also love to get the Manicore to 55%.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That'd be good because, and I like that actually, Guido, and in particular with what you said about it. It's because when it first came out, everybody was, all the CCs slated it as a piece of junk and all the rest of it, and yet there are now a number of people, including yourself, who have proved that everybody wrong about the Manicore.
I think it's pretty well now accepted that it's a great light tank. All that, it's horrible, DPM's terrible, all that, which are all good points separately taken, but it's good. Oh, Brute, sorry about that, man. You're gonna have to go through security with the rest of them then.
He got his kneecaps felt.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that. Got
No.
randomed by TSA. Oh my god, they do that to crew as well. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. All right, what else? Oh, I think that's about it. Those are kind of the mains. I am doing the T832, which I don't know where it sits right now. It's got to be getting
I was
close.
going to say, yeah.
Oh, there it
the
is, 61.
The last you said.
Yeah, so I'm doing well in that. That's just a good tank. 59% over 1,000 experience a game. So that's a good one. Like that one. So those are probably all the next ones that are gonna go. And it's all try hard. I got all the equipment set up on them for bounty. And all
What do you
that.
do? Do you swap your equipment to the next set of tanks?
I do. Yeah. When I finish
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
I strip them because it's all bounty equipment and stuff like that. I'm also using some of the experimental stuff. As you can see, I've got the T3
Yeah.
mobility improvement system. The bummer about that is it costs you 100 parts to remove those,
Yes.
and that irritates the piss out of me.
Well, talking about things like that, the Wargaming gives a whole bunch of free retraining coupons, or whatever they call them.
They don't work
to
for that.
retrain your crews.
Oh, cruise for
Pardon?
cruise. Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
crews. I didn't realise. I went on my EU account yesterday, and I've got over 100, probably 130 or something like that, retraining tokens for crew. And I don't know how I got them, but it worked for me because I'm taking, for example, the premium crews once they've worked up to a certain level, and then retraining them for a tech tree tank, and it's not cost me anything. Absolutely.
Is that only to change the tank?
Well, if I take a premium crew member that's been that I use, you get your crew with a premium tank. I then train them up to 2 skills, for example, and then what I used to do was then put them in a tech tree tank, use gold to convert them.
Right.
I know it sounds daft, but anyway. But now I've not had to, because as soon as I've clicked on reset or whatever it's called, train, it comes up and it's at the end. You've got all these free retrains. I was like, oh, thank you very much. Like tons of them, just all coming out my ears. Retraining directives. Is that what they're called, Cliffy? All right, okay.
But is it for
Right.
only? Is it only for changing the tank?
Yeah, if you take your crew out of it's got to be the same. It's got to be a medium or I don't know. Maybe you can change it for anything. But yeah, if you're taking it out of a premium tank and putting it into a tech tree tank,
But
that's
I
what
don't.
I've been doing.
I don't see that.
I didn't get any that I know of for my NA account, so I don't know. Oh, it can be for skill resets as well. Out of your ears.
Well, how do you do it? Because I don't see that. I
Well,
remember
this is-
that. I've never used them because.
Right. I haven't got my client open, but when you put train, you get the free training, the
All right,
silver training, the gold training, and then there's a 4th icon,
Oh, there it
which
is.
is like
Yeah.
free. Yeah,
Yeah. I only have 8. I don't remember.
that's what I
ever-
mean. On the NA, I don't think I've got any.
Oh, really?
When I just first time I did it yesterday, I thought, where have I got? Like, it was over 100. I didn't even look at the figures. It was
Oh,
like
there you
this.
go.
I was like, wow, where's that all
Save
come from?
save a little money. I didn't even know. I don't know if I've ever used those. You would think they would be the default thing that would come up.
Yeah, absolutely. Rather than make you pay. No, hang on a minute. That's not a good business decision, is it?
Not working as intended. You guys would be horrified at how much equipment I have sitting on tanks that I don't use.
Yes.
I would say at least half of my tanks have full, and I have 700 something, almost 769. At least half of them have more or less full loadouts. A lot of the lower tier stuff I bought along the way, never played, it doesn't have anything on it. But
Yeah.
I would say just about the vast majority of all my tier 6 and above have full loadouts.
I
Only-
think I'm similar, but I don't have as many tanks as you.
Yeah.
I think certainly tier 6 and above.
Only lately have I been actually stripping equipment off because I've been doing the bounty and improve and
Yes.
stuff thing
Yeah,
with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Only lately have I been stripping. So now I do have some sitting around that don't have everything sitting on it. And I
says you get those directives in front line, Guido, which is possibly why I've got so many.
Oh, there you go.
I do front line an awful lot on the EU account. I don't do it on the NA account.
There you go. That is more than likely exactly what it is.
All right, cool.
Absolutely.
Cool.
So that's what's going on with the 100 Battle Challenge. Helldivers, we talked about that. As we've talked about before, Tank Fest is a go, so that is coming up in about a month. So we'll be down.
Yeah, we are almost in single figure. No, we're not. We're still way off, but in a month or so. Yeah.
Actually, it's
we were just discussing breakfast, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says I have to have frosted flakes, and I have to bring my own.
Bring your own Lucky Charms, and I'll provide you the milk. We've got a cow in the back garden. You can milk it yourself.
Okay. I thought you were gonna make me use water or something.
Yeah. Spring water. We've got one of those as well. We've got a well.
So, tell the folks, speaking of your back garden, what you invented. First, before you get into the details, did you come up with the concept? Don't say what it is, but did you come up with the concept and the name of it on your own, or had you seen that somewhere?
No.
All right, go.
It just popped into my head.
All right, here we go.
Like things do.
Here we go. We're on to home improvement coffee talk for a moment.
We're on home improvement coffee. Well, I've almost finished the House General's project for the planters. So I've got 2 big planters on gravel beds at the end of the garden with lawn edgings and so on. I've still got to get another lawn edging, finish it off, because a wise sage of the mountains give me some wise advice about projects.
Yes.
He said, never complete a project that the House General gives you, otherwise she'll give you another one. So keep the same one going. So I've been keeping it going. So I've got some lawn edges.
Can I caveat that slightly, just a slight modification for marital bliss?
Yes.
Eventually complete it, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a completion at some point.
Well, it depends on the temperature of the water.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah. So go.
Okay.
Yeah.
It depends on the pressure, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Right,
but you can.
Okay.
But I have faith in you, and I think you can hold off
on
more pressure than you think right now.
So anyway, so from where the planters are to the rear fence and behind the shed, I decided that I would put paving stones down, slabs we call them, or paving stones.
Right.
Nice, sort of creamy yellowy paving stones, because then I can pave it all out behind the shed, and we can put the trash bins behind it.
Plus less weeds and crap and whatever.
Exactly, and all that lot, and a bit of gravel and all that, fantastic. So, I bought a load of slabs, got them all stacked up in the back fence. I laid the first line of slabs behind the shed. Nice sand and, weed barriers and gravel and everything you do to make them level and all that.
Yeah.
And then I went to lay the second slab next to it towards the fence, and I realised that there wasn't enough room because they're too big. Because I've never.
How short were you? A little, a lot, half, more than half?
Well, about half.
Yeah.
So you got one slab, and then you should have half a slab. So anyway, I got on YouTube, and there was a chap on YouTube who showed me how you can score down the slab and then tap it with a rubber mallet, and it will crack on the score, and then you've got like half a slab.
Yeah, easy.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Easy.
I mean, it was fun. I watched the YouTube video, and he said
he went tink, and it went, and he had 2 perfect sides.
So,
of course he did.
Yes. So I did the same. I scored a line down the middle of the
perfect
slab.
cut.
Perfect cut, and then I hit it with a metal hammer, big lump hammer, and it shattered into about 500 pieces. So now I'm going to lay them down and call it crazy paving. She thinks it's a brilliant idea. She doesn't know I've smashed a slab up by accident. She thinks it's a new thing. Crazy paving. So it's going to be crazy paving now.
So did you only do the one, or have you actually finished the project?
No, I haven't finished the project. I did one, and I told her it was a tester to see how she felt about it.
You know what's going to here's what happens for me, and I would fully expect this to happen for you. The next time you're going to score one, and it's going to cut perfectly in half.
But you will, won't it?
Yeah.
I go, no.
You will never, You are never going to be able to break one into crazy paving again.
No, it's going to split in half to perfect size, isn't it? And then I'm going to have to backtrack and go, actually, I prefer it to be slammed.
There you go. Go with Kedge's plan. Just smash them
I
together.
can smack the two of them together. That'll be all right when it'll drop it from a height.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing crazy paving.
Well, I'll get the pictures up as soon as I've done it.
Oh, man.
I should buy a rubber mallet, maybe, Tom. Yeah, I should buy a rubber mallet.
I got out of home improvement yesterday because it rained all day. I needed to go cut a bunch of branches down, but I just didn't want to. Well, I couldn't because it was raining its arse off, but I don't want to today.
Things grow in your area of the world far too quickly.
Oh my God, yeah, it's
just
nutty.
like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Oh yeah, Kedge. Good idea. Good
I'll be
idea,
making
Kedge.
crazy paving.
He thinks he's going to World of Tanks. He's not.
No,
He's
no,
going to
we're
Tank
gonna.
Fest. He's going to do my backyard. Good idea, Kedge.
That's fine. We'll sit in the back garden, have a chat. All right. What else? I think that's it for channel news. You got anything else channel news wise there, Pilgrim?
I haven't. No, I think you've covered everything that you
right.
wanted to cover there. Yeah.
Well, I guess there's nothing for it. We're just gonna have to. First of all, we're gonna have to get this out.
I don't know why this is on. No idea why we're doing this.
All right. So the good news with the Panzer Children is there's no boxes, right?
Yes, well, that's the good news.
And that is it.
That's the lot.
That's the. So we're sort of. I know some of you. I don't even know how to approach this. To be quite honest, I know people like the program. I guess we'll call it. Well, there we go. But I don't know. Panzer Children should illustrate my thoughts on it. It's very strange. It's strange. We're too old, Pilgrim.
Yes, I think
It went that went past us. But man, it's popular. It is absolutely popular. I am going to feature one of the tanks. I did turn off the voices.
Thankfully.
I turned off the voices because
Yeah.
the voices I will absolutely directly confront as the cringiest, bizarrest thing in tanks. They absolutely make me want to just claw my eyes out.
Yeah.
It's horrible. The voices are absolutely horrible.
I want to stab my eardrums with a stick.
But the player is a really good German tank player. So it's going to be a good replay because you're going to see how you German tank. You know,
That's the point, isn't it? The Tiger 2 is, in the right hands, a beast of a tank.
It is, and it's
we know somebody who's very good with the Tiger 2,
yeah,
don't we?
and that's probably the guy you're going to see. He and it's down tiered, right? You got the Tiger 2 down tiered to tier 7, even though it's the base model,
Yeah.
the non-upgraded one. It's really good at tier 7 because you've seen the other one, the Captured, same idea. Really good tank.
You do, Sasquatch. I do, definitely.
Andy,
Good day.
they have, and it's funny you say that because I haven't looked at anything on the World of Warships site or store for a long time. I have 4 coupons right now, and I was seeing if the coupons worked for this, just in case people wanted to know. They don't, by the way. And I had 4. The thing said I had 3, and I didn't recognize it, so I clicked on it. It took me to the World of Warships site.
Oh, yeah.
They're not even pretending.
No.
Like the way the World of Warships girls are clothed and all that, it's crazy. Now, to their credit, to some extent, at least the World of Warships version, whatever show that is, they do appear to be slightly older girls.
Right.
Still very young looking, but I don't think those are supposed to be high school girls. Maybe they are. I don't know. These are.
Right.
These are not supposed to be. They are high school. So these are 16-year-olds we're talking about here.
Yeah.
And maybe it's my problem. I'll take that under.
Well, yeah,
I'll take that under advisement. I'll take that under advisement.
Well, yeah, exactly that. I mean, we could go on about this for an awful long time, but
Sure.
mature, grown men, to be honest, have no reason to be interested in that nonsense. No reason whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
In my opinion.
maybe,
There you go.
maybe me making a big deal out of it says more about me than that. So I accept that criticism and critique. That's just
take it
where
all day long.
that's where I just
Yeah.
am. But the tanks you can get is a Tiger 2. That's at tier 7. This is a tier 5, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
With
there was
the
2 tanks, wasn't there?
Big
Just
dirt.
2.
2 new ones, I think.
Yeah.
Or no, maybe only. Yeah, the 2 new ones, right? Isn't it? This one's new. This one's new. But the Ankau's been around. In fact, that one's in my garage, I think. I think I dismissed the crew. So there's 3 tanks. There's a couple packages. Might as well look at it here just for giggles. Isn't that where I was? I haven't looked at the chat yet, guys, because I don't want to see either mad people. All right. So $25 for the BT-42, $25 for the Ankau. You can get the whole shebang for $70. Is it the same crew for the Ankau? I'm assuming it's the same crew from last time. I thought there were 2. There was another tank last time.
I can't remember. I know there was definitely 2.
There was another one that it was not the BT, it was something else, I thought.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't the first time they did this 2 tanks? Just the Ankau. Okay. Well, there you go. Thanks, not working. Did not know that. So the new ones are the BT, as I said, and I definitely know the Tiger 2 is a new one. Or you get, like I said, you get the whole crew for 70. And remember, fellas, you can, obviously, number 1, you don't have to buy it. Great. That's the free market. Do your thing. Number 2, if you like the tanks, just because you want the tanks, but you don't want the voices, you can turn the voices off. If you like it, do your thing, man. Let's just leave it at that. Panzer children are here.
Sasquatch was asking whether, when we get projects from the House General, we ask how they want it done, but then they come afterwards and still interfere all the time. All the time. You know what I mean? I don't get left alone.
I
have you?
Generally carte blanche in the yard, as I say.
That's good.
Because I do now. I don't just I'm not going to go back there and build a plywood X-wing or something. Right? I
Why
mean,
not?
right? I can.
Yes.
So I mean, it
I would
needs
so pay for that.
it needs to be what she likes and all that kind of thing. Generally, but I can kind of do whatever I want back there, so I don't worry too much if I'm cutting back bushes or putting out pavers. I'll talk to her about it. We'll discuss it. Hey, I'm planning on doing this. She goes, well, look, what you've done is great. I'm not really seeing what you're saying, but go to it, and I'm sure I'll like it. And
That's a good one.
generally we do. I don't. The porch decoration with the screen room. I have nothing to do with that.
That's a different matter.
Right, I don't.
That
That's
is
essentially an
different.
inside room.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mission Creep
Yeah.
has gone out onto
Yeah.
the covered
Yeah,
porch,
yeah,
and I don't get a say on what furniture and how it's arranged.
Thanks, Clippy.
I can make
Yeah.
suggestions.
I can't even make suggestions. I mean, remember the Christmas debacle we had with those clickety clackety wooden soldiers with the jaws that clack? I can't even say no. That's not happening. I wanted a life-size dancing Santa. The one of the local Walmart, equivalent to Walmart, was selling, and you stand on his toe and then he does a jig and he sings happy. I wanted one of those. That was never entertained. Instead, we got a click clack wooden soldier with his jaw going up and down like that. That is well freaky. I don't have nothing, no input whatsoever.
All right, so every time now I hear about nutcrackers.
Nutcracker sweet.
Do you know
soldiers.
who Theo Vaughn is?
No, but you're gonna tell me. Doesn't work then if you don't know.
Theo Vaughn is an American comedian essentially, and he does a lot of podcasts and stuff. He's sort of
Okay,
I guess I'd call him a bit of a counterculture guy, but
I'll Google it.
he's kind of like Joe Rogan, but maybe funnier and edgier.
Got you.
That's not a great equivalence, but you get the idea. He does a lot
okay, I
of
get the
podcasts,
idea.
does comedy. He's a
Yeah.
very interesting guy, very different.
Right.
And
Interesting.
he's got a bit. He was doing a bit And I don't know if you guys have seen. Have you seen Theo Vaughn's bit on buying the big giant nutcracker that he says is a Cat Williams? He bought a Cat Williams for Christmas Day. You guys got to see that, man. It is one of the funniest things I have ever seen. He really touches on a lot of subjects we're not going to get into here, but he definitely will get there through a comedic way, and he's just hilarious. Yeah, Cliffy, look it up. You will not be sorry. Look up Theo Vaughn, Cat Williams, Nutcracker, and look at the bit.
I'll look it up after the. They just freak me out, these things.
Anyway. I was crying because it's classic Theo Vaughn, the way he delivers, just absolutely classic.
Cool. I will look it up.
Had a previous event the current one is Azure Lane of High School Fleet Week. You can imagine. See, I don't know what Azure Lane is. That's what it was. Look, here's the deal. So when I was a kid, anime. One of the first anime things I watched was that one with the spaceship Yamato or whatever it was called. And then there was the Transformers thing. They weren't Transformers, but they were something like that. Of course, there's Thundercats and some other. That's all sort of Japanese anime style cartoons. Which when I was a kid and younger, I still look at it fondly. I remember enjoying that. It's not really something I'm going to go look at now necessarily.
No.
So my point is, I'm not against anime. It's the style of cartoon is cool. I got it. It's the artistic thing.
Yeah, there's a level of appropriateness though, isn't there?
Correct. So that's my issue. It's not that it's a cartoon. It's not that it's an anime style, because you got to break out. We're getting into some really bad areas here, but I think I'm just going to leave it at that. There's as you said, there's a appropriateness level that once it goes below that bar, I'm not on board with it anymore. So it has nothing to do with the artistry. It has nothing to do with the animations. It has everything to do with a certain level of appropriateness and understanding even that different cultures and places have different ideas, and that's fine for them. But that doesn't make me have to be interested. Anyway, we'll leave it at that.
That's fine. Can I just say on a different note about Japanese culture and influence on the United States? You guys have got a lot closer relationship than we do with Japan.
Sure.
So you see a load more stuff that we don't see at all. I mean, we were very late to get things like Transformers and Thundercat and all that lot.
Yeah.
We're very late. We're well behind the curve. We don't get so much influence as you guys get because you've got quite a close connection. So it's quite interesting, is that it's such a big market, for the US, Japanese culture, and I get why, because you've been intertwined for.
That's actually a fascinating subject in a larger picture, because 100%. There's been a lot of the Japanese culture that's come over to the U.S., especially on the West Coast. The West Coast, even more so. The big cities more so, but also on the West Coast. Although some of that's kind of ideas going away because of the international system. It's not necessarily so much, like you said, it's not necessarily so much physical distance now. It's just cultural distance and the connections. But man. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, not working. There's that argument too, 100%. When you're 16, knock yourself out. I mean, that's what 16-year-olds do, right? So there's so many angles to that, and that's why I don't want to just come off the top rope and go, ban it. That's not my point. No. For me personally,
it's just not my bag, man. That's it.
Exactly. And I have a daughter, and I'm not too keen on exploiting young girls. There you go. Without white knighting, that's the angle I come at it from. Anywho, let's get away from the Panzer children.
Let's get away from that.
The voices, though.
Oh no. Oh dear, bless you. Just can't leave it alone, can you?
I can't. It's horrible. All right. Centurion is in the store.
I don't know. The variants of Centurion, there are some nice. I mean, the Cent 7-1, I actually enjoy playing. As I said, that's the one I've got.
The Tier 9, yeah, the Tier 9's brutal. Yeah, it's a monster. Yeah. Good turret. You gotta like good turret. T-34-3. We featured a good game in the T-34-3 recently.
Yeah. What's that one? What's that T-34 variant that has that horrible derpy gun?
This thing.
Very low tier, 4 or 5. Is that what it is?
Well, this one has the 122 that's fairly derpy.
Is that it? Oh, okay.
Oh, you're talking about the not Chinese T-34, but the Russian T-34.
Yeah, the Russian. Yeah, there's
a tier 5 or so that has a big old gun on it.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
It's really, really hard to play. That.
Yep.
Really hard.
STG, the M4Y, those are all faux sale. What else we got? Got some gold. Premium count. I think that's pretty much it, fellas. You know, really, it's the Panzer Children event is the big thing right now. No more boxes. We are coming up. Well, we'll get to that as we move on, but we are coming up on 1.25, which I believe will be more than likely after this battle pass.
Yeah, it's still in common test. It's just hit common test now, isn't it?
Right. So what else we got here? We got. That's not going to work. I got to do it this way. Move on over to the Watt scene, and then have to do it again because I'm dumb. There we go. There's nothing in the missions tab really either, fellas.
No.
Battle Pass,
Pretty
Watt
standard.
Salute, the Rhinoceronte, and the Panzerwagen are on top of the tree. And that's it. That's all the standard stuff going on there. Of course, Battle Pass, where are you on that, Pilgrim?
I am now on 32 of the second chapter. I'm not on the enemy.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so not done an awful lot. But I, like you said, I'll probably gold it all the way to the end just so I can spend the points. So I can use the points up.
I finished it.
But,
Go ahead.
oh, yeah, you're done. You're done.
And I've done one extra 1,000 points. Remember, guys, every 1,000 points here, once you do all 3, is going to get you 100 bonds. So don't forget to go in there, go to economic resources, and grab your 100 bonds. Every 1,000 points is another 100 bonds. So don't forget that.
Do you want to cover very quickly, or are you going to do it on subjects du jour, Steel Hunter?
We can cover it now if you want. What about it?
No, I don't know when you're going to put it into the. If you're going to talk about the news. The news.
What did it
on
say?
the website. Well, Steel Hunter returns. We all know Steel Hunter. It's a mode that some of us are going. It's not really for us. It's fine. But I did not realise, and I won't play it because it isn't a mode for me. But I'm cutting my nose off to spite my face because when you look at what the progression rewards are, there's some nice, tasty stuff in there.
Yeah.
For those that like that mode, get in there. Look at it.
Yeah, 600 bonds.
Yeah, 2 million credits, equipment, directives, all this sort of good stuff.
So 4 pieces of equipment, another 400 parts, bunch of directives, ton of directives, which is...
Ton of directives.
I mean, they're good. I use them if I've got them. 600 bonds, 2 million credits, and 4 of the plus 50%.
Just for playing the mode.
Yeah.
Because you're going to progress if you're going to play the mode. I mean, it's not impossible to progress.
Right. This is kind of a grind thing. You don't necessarily have to be particularly good. It just takes you longer if you're not very good.
Yeah.
Changes to VFX and abilities. So they've messed around with the abilities again, it looks like. You can come down here and click on all these and figure out what each thing does.
Yeah.
For each tank as well. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 tanks now.
Yeah.
There you go.
So those
all right,
that like it, yeah. See you, Obru. Those that like that particular mode, it is rewarding, should we say?
Well, they all have pretty decent. They generally all these days have pretty decent rewards, and sometimes they've got kind of exclusive stuff that. It was a lot like the Star Trek thing. You had to play to get the cool crew.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it just wasn't any fun to me. So I have some. It's easy to say too because I have so much stuff on my account. I'm able to go. I don't need Captain Kirk. I'd like to get him, but whatever. At this point, I have so many crew and commanders and stuff not required. Other people may not have that. So if you're just starting, and you want to get some good crew, I mean, it very well may be worth it to crank that through that and grab those crew members.
I think that's something. I think that's something that gets lost in the noise of having played the game for so long. So for you and I, that part of the game now seems not superfluous, but it's just something I'm not really interested in. But when I first started out, I did everything.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I'll do that and I'll
Yeah.
do this because it was getting me stuff that I didn't
Right.
have to pay for.
Yeah.
So, and I think it gets lost as you progress along and you've built up.
Well, your incentives
resources.
change,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Or your reaction to their incentives change,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need that particular item. I don't want to grind for it.
I mean, almost everything that humans do is incentive based in some way.
Absolutely.
It's a calculation on whether that is worth it to me to do whatever it is, or not worth it. Even as we make bad decisions, and sometimes it really wasn't worth it. That was the concept or the conception at the time, is that it was worth it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's very true.
Just-
Major Tom, Onslaught system was the same, was it? I haven't done Onslaught, so.
For years, I have said I'm going to do an Onslaught season so I can open up the store and get at least the Concept 1B or whatever it is.
Oh yes, okay, yeah. It should it's another one of those. It's a grind, isn't it? For I guess.
Yeah. I'm not going to stress doing 165,000 blocking for a
Yeah.
Yep. Blocking damage. That's hilarious. Okay, where were we? Oh, we were shilling. We did a poor job of it today. Battle Pass we talked about. Oh, you know what I got for my free thing today? I didn't realize it was possible. 40,000 credits.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow, you've doubled up.
Has anybody got...
It's normally 20, isn't it?
Yeah. Does anybody hit the 40,000 credits on your free? For those of you who know what I'm talking about, if you go to your store, it won't show for me because it's down at the bottom. I've already done it. Kedge got the same today. It's down here at the bottom of the store in Best. It'll say free.
Quite a few by the looks of it.
All right, there you go. So, I'm not special, Pilgrim.
Well, I think you are. That's all that matters. We think you're special. Very.
You know what I got today?
What did you get?
I got 100,000 credits today in my free.
You did you? Alrighty. You did.
No
you had to give up your
CA.
RNG for it, didn't you?
I like to refer to myself as a former CC, Kedge, not CA.
Is that where you're at? Former
Yeah.
CC? Is that
Yeah,
where you're at?
former CC. That's my official title.
Have you got a little badge?
It's my official
Former
title
CC.
on the channel, former CC. It's like a former president. Once a president, always a president.
Was you an expert? Was you an expert? You know what an expert is, don't you?
Somebody
Break the
was
syllables.
watching the other day. It's like, that's why you're a Unicum. I'm like, shucks.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But no,
I'm not. But thank you.
break the syllables down. Expert.
Expert.
Expert. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're a has-been drip of water under pressure.
Yeah.
If you're an expert. Da, 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 da. Crazy
I
paying.
think my feelings are hurt a little bit.
Yeah, you haven't got any feelings.
Little bit.
Former CC.
That's a good point. I don't actually have any.
Yeah.
All right. Token vehicle challenge. Last thing for missions. Just in case you missed it. And you have to click something. Where is this thing? Take on token vehicles. All right, so let's get this back up again. We'll slide back this way. All right, fellas, on the first page, as of right now, there's an article here that says Battle Pass 13, take on the token vehicle challenge. You're going to click on that, and you're going to click join the challenge. I thought I did already. Why is that still there? What happens if I click it again? Oh, you've already joined. Yes, you are participating. All right, so what do we got going on? Battles. So it's just one battle top experience. Progress information. Experience earned. Oh, average.
Right.
The number of the best battles counted towards the result 10. Why does this only say one victor? Does that mean that this guy played one game and because of the way they set it up, he doesn't have to play anymore? I think that's what that means. That's great. Oh, you think it'll get filtered? How do you know that? That's not really how it reads, is it? The number of best battles counted toward the result 10. Okay, never mind. It does say that, essentially. All right. So this whole thing is dumb because their leaderboard is dumb. It's not this. It's this. All right. So let's find the guy that's highest with 10 battles. Here he is. 35 battles. 1,030. That's pretty good. Is it by tank or is it by... It's any of the tanks, right? Is that what we're doing? Take about reward. Get 10 missions. So this is kind of good. This is what we've been talking about a lot. Little challenges like this that don't necessarily have huge, massive rewards. Because what happens with that is when it's a really good reward, you kind of start to incentivize cheating and whatnot. Gaming the system. This is small enough that a lot of people won't bother with that. They'll just play the game and see how it goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like that. I like these. There should be more of these kinds of things. This is what I've talked about with the Hall of Fame kind of idea. You could do this with the Hall of Fame rankings. Give out a few personal reserves, maybe some directives for the top, 10 guys, and a little few more for number 1, 2, and 3, that kind of crap. Saw someone complaining that reward for this type of challenge used to be going, yeah, they're always going to complain about everything at all times. Oh, man. Finally played the Char. I knew it was good, but what it is, I see so many of those stupid things, Cliffy. They are everywhere. That's one of the tanks you can't play without seeing. Char Future, Barask, BZ-176, EBR, Manticore,
Yeah.
Progetto.
Yeah.
What else is in that? What other tanks you can't play without freaking seeing? That are annoying. Used to be KV2, but that's kind of not as bad. ELC even 90s, thank you. ELC even 90s. There's another one. Tanks that you cannot, you're going to see. The Skoda T56. Leaf blower down a low tier. Yep, Skoda T56s. I don't worry too much about Skoda T56s anymore.
Well, yeah, because you've got the 57, the American one. That's always a pain these days.
Yeah. Yeah, yep, 176. We mentioned that one. Absolutely. All right. So, anywho's, there you go. This is for... What happened here? Oh, here we go. This is for the Charfooter, Cobra, Kunza, A Phase 1. That's why I'm seeing a few more BZ-58-2s. I remember thinking that. You're saying, why am I seeing so many of these things? Lorraine 50T, K91PT, the Project, and the Object 777. Which one would be the hardest one to win this battle? This doesn't show what tank it is, does it? It'd be in here, maybe? Here it is. Okay. So he did it with the 8. Let's see. Let's actually go down here. 67 battles. Wow. All right, 67 battles in the Kunza. So this guy's got it with the Kunza. 18 battles in the Kunza. Charfooter. That guy's only got 1. 34 in the Kunza. We were seeing a trend here. AE Phase 1. I'm going to ignore the guys that have less than 10. AE Phase 1. You guys can't see it now. This guy's a Char Footer. This guy is Char. And this guy is Kunza. So Kunza, Char, AE Phase 1 seem to be right now at the top.
Cool.
There you go.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, it's only... So they're... Oh, I see. I got you. Well, that's a bummer. Well, that's still a bit of a trend, right? The best battles were Char Future, Kunza, or AE Phase 1. Whatever else it was they played, those were the best. Yeah, go ahead.
52-inch chest?
What?
You. 52-inch chest or smaller?
I have no idea. I'm a big fat kid.
Okay. Oh, come on.
XXL.
XX, okay.
Yeah.
It's alright, I've just ordered you something. Woohoo!
I hope it's an ascot.
Well, it's special. Should we put it
Oh
that
my
way?
gosh. A bib? So I don't spill?
It's Tankfest special.
All right, man. Hey, guys, we've been out for an hour. We're going to take a 5-minute break. In any event, I am out of coffee. That is no good. So refresh your coffees. When we come back, we will go on to subjects du jour. Be right back, guys.
Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Now in the shadows came a mysterious chap who spoke in a tongue with strange dialect. He offered his help to the mighty Guido to bring some laughter to his love of speedos. To the coffee talk they both came to bring the message of winning ways to all and sundry and the masses. Yes, that's right, lads and lasses. The damage counts and flexing back will keep you on the right track. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. So in what, if you want to progress, then seek out Guido nonetheless. With his sidekick Pilgrim, he has a message that to win you must be aggressive. The position and place that you must seek, for the winners only, not the weak. The guru speaks, so listen well. His voice rings out like the Liberty Bell to bring you all to Unicom land, or to die hard trying in the sand. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. To the swamplands came the mountain man to teach his wisdom and pay his due. A man with a name only known to a few. To his followers his words are true. Guido is the man, big and gruff. He used to fly jets, but now he does the tanking stuff. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. The mountains are home where he watches the moose and hummingbirds aplenty. But he saw the need for the Watt community to have a guru and lead them gently. Down the road to Unicom land will die.
All right, fellas, we're back. I have a fresh cuppo.
I have a cup of tea in a different mug though.
All right, you know what I did yesterday?
What did you do yesterday?
I just remembered this because I was just talking to the wife and we're about to go to brunch. We actually sort of did brunch yesterday. There's a new place, little downtown place in an area called St. Andrews here, and it's called the Bodega.
Right.
In New York City, you've got bodegas that are they're all kinds of things. Some of them are like delis, and they're little stores that have this, that, and the other. Not exactly.
They specialize in, is it?
Well, they're not even. They're like a convenience store sometimes, but it's fairly loosely defined. Some of them actually have delis in them. Some don't. Some just sell stuff, liquor, this, that, and the other. Kind of depends. Anyway, this one's called the Bodega. It's Panama City's version of it, and it's a bit of an upscale. It's a cafe, but slightly upscale food kind of idea. Anyway, we went and had brunch, and they have probably 8-10 dishes, and it's shared dishes, so you buy them and then you each person. So we had 3 people. The point of this long preamble is that one of the items that I'd never got, but the other person was wanting to get, was a bacon dish that the bacon is hanging from this rack. And it's cooked. I don't know how they did it. Maybe it was in the microwave for all I know. I didn't see how it got. But once it kind of came out, he had a blowtorch, and he blowtorched, put a little crisp on the things.
Right.
Yeah. And it had
It's like it's hanging raw.
No. It was cooked.
Oh, okay, got you. Yeah. So it's just.
I think the whole.
It's getting a bit crispy.
I think the whole flame was for dramatic effect.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pretty sure he could have eaten it before the blowtorch thing. And then it had this sweet maple sauce. It wasn't exactly like maple syrup, but that was probably part of
But
the
it was
base.
like a sweet. Yeah, but there's nothing better on bacon than something like that.
Oh man, it was a bit, and it was 3 different kinds of bacon from different regions. Sourced from different regions.
I'm hungry now.
I saw it. First of all, I read it. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not, because honestly, the price was. If you consider the price per piece of bacon, it's absolutely
astronomical?
just outrageous, like insane, like only an idiot. This guy
would pay
for that, but that they wanted it, so I'm like, whatever. I'd never get that in my entire life. It came out. He did the thing. It actually had some. Wasn't sage? What's the other thing that's like sage? Rosemary. Had a sprig of rosemary.
Very nice.
So he zapped the rosemary with the blowtorch thing, which put off this just rosemary smell. Not quite Kedge, but not far. It was like it was $18, dude. $18, and there were.
Wow, you serious?
There were 6 pieces of bacon.
Get out. Get out. That's got to be like eating gold.
$3, and they're about the yay long. $3 a piece.
Wow.
Well, you have to consider the little thing of the sauce that came with it.
And the thought behind it, you're paying for that guy's idea, aren't you?
It was kind of cool. I mean, it's not something you would go do every day, obviously. But I will tell you this, man. He described each piece. There were 2 pieces from each area or whatever.
Right,
and he described where they were from and kind of the taste profile and all the artsy fartsy stuff, that morons who want to lose money do. Yeah. Right? Dumb people like me who want to throw money at things that should never happen. I could have gone and got some Publix brand bacon, put it in the microwave.
Done your own.
Yeah. I got a blowtorch out in the shed. I could have. I even have rosemary in the garden. I got.
Yeah. It wouldn't be the same, though, would it?
Get some maple syrup and something. I don't know what he used to make it creamy. I bet it was probably heavy whipping cream in there, maybe.
Okay.
I bet it was just maple syrup with heavy whipping cream mixed together. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But I'm gonna tell you what, man. It was good. It was good.
Well, do you know what? The lifetime memory is worth the $18 because just you talking about it, it's got my saliva glands all producing stuff right now.
Oh, 100%.
I can murder some bacon with maple syrup. Right
and they
now.
had a little. I can murder some bacon. Exactly. You see where I'm going? Because when you have that breakfast and you got pancakes or waffles, and you got some bacon on the side.
Yeah.
You don't mind when that maple syrup gets into the bacon. That bothers nobody ever at any time. Probably was butane. Yeah, I didn't really think about it. It was a. Would propane leave a taste? Really, I didn't even know about that. Yeah, it's the little canister one, so I'm assuming that's a butane. But don't know. Didn't read it. We ate about half of it before we remembered that the sauce was there.
No.
Yeah,
Seriously.
yeah, which is good
Oh,
because the second half we more or less finished the sauce, so we'd run out of
Yeah.
sauce.
Mm.
I like my candied bacon with a hint of propane. That's right.
Well, you can use almost any aerosol. So if you wanted a flavour on your bacon, you could get the wife's hairspray and set fire to that, so you can have hairspray flavour.
Your bug spray will burn.
Exactly.
Get some Raid and just.
I have some here.
Ah, there you go. That'll work.
There you go. Do me bacon with it.
Here's the hot. Let's have bacon tactics talk. Here's a hot tip for bacon.
Okay.
We have started to do it in the oven.
Really?
Yeah, not fried, in the oven. And get yourself some brown sugar. And sprinkle the brown sugar on it,
Yeah.
and then put it in the oven
And for how long? Until it's crispy.
till it looks good. I don't know what it is. So it doesn't take long, 5 or 6 minutes maybe.
Do you know we were talking about breakfast before we came on air?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to do that for you when you're over here. You're going to have brown sugared sprinkled bacon from the oven, because I also have a sausage tip. Do your sausages in the oven.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because they you know when you put them in a frying pan or you put them on the grill, the smoker, you keep having to turn them. But if you put them in the oven in a ceramic dish, they brown all the way around.
All the way
without having to
around.
turn them.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. That's a good.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
There you go. This is
Kedge
breakfast-
says 40 to-
breakfast coffee talk.
Kedge says 400 to 425 for 15 minutes. That'll
15
work.
minutes.
Or if you have the world's oldest oven like I do, you just do a random setting till it looks right.
Yeah. Or you've got centigrade oven like me, and you just don't even know what you're doing. So you just turn it.
I think
That's
ours is
hot
like
enough.
ours is like a 1980 something.
Yes.
It's relatively small actually, probably about the size. I don't know if you guys have. Do you have a big American size or the smaller one?
We've got a small normal UK oven.
Yeah, that Mars is kind of that too. It's just enough
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get about a 12-pound turkey in it. Just.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
But you ain't doing any of these American 25-pounders. Like we have some big ovens around here. You can get some massive ovens.
I know. I would very much would like, but I doubt because we've got a fitted fridge freezer. I want an American fridge freezer with the big silver doors and everything on. And
Yeah, you guys have the little one
outside.
that's up high in the cabinetry.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
about like this.
Yeah, I really would like. I'd love a big American refrigerator,
Yeah.
but that's not going to happen, unfortunately.
Yeah. So that bacon experience was very interesting, and it was
It
was better than I thought.
I'm blown away by that, actually. Do you have fried eggs, scrambled eggs, poached eggs? How do you do your eggs?
I do my eggs over easy.
What does that mean? Does that mean cook them that way and then turn them over?
Yeah, just for a little bit, so that the center stays liquid, and then toast.
Liquid. But it cooks the outer side of the yellow.
Exactly. Yeah, you leave it. You just
that's
put it
what
down,
over
and you
easy.
cook it. It's to taste. There's over easy, over medium, over hard. There's all the variations in between. Some people
Okay.
want the yolk to be solid. Some people want it to be slightly runny. Some people want it to be very runny.
Got you. Yeah. But
I will eat eggs
see,
in
I
any way.
I don't do over anything.
You just scramble.
This is why I don't understand over easy until you've just explained it, because I just put them in. I normally do 3 in the pan because I've got a small pan,
Yeah.
egg pan. And you let them cook them. Once the yolks start to cook from the bottom, it leaves the top runny. So then you just separate the whites up, and you've got 3 separate eggs.
You can do that too. Yeah.
Yeah, is
Yeah,
that
that's,
right?
yeah, that's fine. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll eat them scrambled.
Sunny side up.
I'll eat them scrambled, sunny side up, over
Scrambled?
easy. Yeah.
Scrambled.
Yeah.
Do you not have poached eggs then? Do you not do poached eggs?
I don't even. How do you poach eggs? I have no idea.
Well, you boil your water with some vinegar in it,
Yeah.
some malt vinegar, and then once it's boiling, you crack the egg into the water. As long as you've spun the water first, and that keeps the egg together, and it comes out all formed, poached, runny inside. So it's like a big white blob, and then you cut it open, it's yellow inside. It's all runny.
Yeah, I don't really. I've never.
No,
No.
never done that. That's cool. That's an art.
My dad, and it's an interesting way to do it. He liked what he called farm scrambled. I think we would do that camping.
All right.
So he'd do a mess of bacon, so you got plenty of grease, and you throw the eggs in there. It doesn't necessarily matter if they break, but he tried not to. put it into the grease so they're just going. Of course, then he would baste it with the grease, baste, and then at some point he would scramble it, but it'd be really late in the whole system, so that it wasn't all scrambled into yellow. It was scrambled into pieces of white, pieces
of white and yellow,
pieces of yellow.
Yeah.
Plus it was cooked in the grease, and man, I only once in a while can I accomplish the way he did it. He just had a knack for it. Was so good.
Yeah, poached trout. Oh, did I tell you about the time I got caught stealing trout? Did that story ever come about?
I think so.
Did I? I can't remember.
The king's trout?
Well, it wasn't actually the king's trout. It was somebody very important, but it wasn't the king. We were out in Germany. We were out in Sennelager in Germany. We were there for a couple of years.
The Burgermeister's trout.
It could well have been his, but anyway, my lad was about 5 or 6. He just started the first school you're going to, whatever. It was about 5 or 6, and I said to him, "Do you fancy going fishing? There was a stream, small river, large stream, at the bottom of where we lived." I said, "Do you fancy going fishing?" I said, "I know there's trout in that stream." I said, "We can pull a couple. We can have them for breakfast. Get the house generals to do it." And he's 5, 6-year-olds up for anything with his dad, isn't he? Yeah, let's go.
Were you living off base?
Yeah, we were off base.
Okay.
We were, So we were in a German hiring. So,
right.
So we had all the kit in the garage in the garage, because I used to do a little bit of fishing when we used to go away places, on holiday, vacation. So, it was just a normal sort. It wasn't fly fishing.
Yeah.
It was just normal rods with a hook and floats and all that sort of good stuff. So we popped down into the small valley and we were fishing away, right? And I'd pre-fed the stream with a little bit of feed. You know what I mean? Brought the trout to the surface. So, yeah, I know. I'm naughty, aren't I? So anyway, we popped about 3, got them in the keep there. This Mercedes pulls up on the road at the top, and this guy gets out. A big, bristly sort of like, he was English, but he wasn't German. Big moustache, big white moustache. And he goes, "I say, you chappie down there." And I'm like, "Okay, what's this then?" So I look up, I go, "Yes." And he goes, Do you know what you're doing?" And I went, "Well, yes, I'm fishing for trout for the son. Why?" And he goes, "Do you realise whose trout they are?" And I went, "Well, they're mine. I've caught them. They're in the keep net. So what's the problem?" He went, "They are, and they belong to the Brigadier." And I went, "Do they really?" "Well, you can go and tell the Brigadier. They belong to me now, can't you?" So, put your rod down, sir, and release those fish straight away. Well, I didn't know the Brigadier on base had a huge lake, and he had trout in there, and this stream was the feeder into the lake. So it was all his fish. So, and I was like, I had this brace of fish on a hook like this, and I said, "Well, what do you want me to do with these then?" "Well, I suppose you'd better well bloody keep them, hadn't you? What's your name, young man?" And I said to my lad, run quick." So we laid it with the biggest trout in our hands, and we got them in the freezer. We had them for breakfast 3 or 4 days later. Best fish I've ever had, mate. Best trout I've ever eaten.
So he lived off base too. Was he your brigadier? Was it the unit?
Yeah.
He was the commanding officer.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the commander of the unit you were with.
Yes, absolutely. The top dog. I did enjoy those trout. They were even better knowing that they weren't mine.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Exactly, Diablo.
it is a good example, although you didn't get to this part, but it is a good example of the concept of it's better to ask forgiveness than to ask for permission.
Absolutely, yeah. And if you run away, you don't have to ask for forgiveness.
You didn't even get to the forgiveness part.
No.
That's.
I say, come back with those fish.
I say. See ya.
Run after me, you're too big. Fat.
You already told me to keep them, so I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Anything past this is only a negative for me.
There you go.
Yeah, only a negative. All right.
Oh, dude.
And that is the current end of Fishing with Pilgrim and Guido.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff. We're gonna go through some of these things. There's a lot of stuff coming up potentially here. All right, so we've got this 2D styles for the Panzer Children are out there. That's what some of these things look like. There's a lot of RU stuff now on this site. They're getting Battle Pass 14. They've got a style for the E50. Obviously, it's not going to be the D-Day thing for them. We're getting the 80th anniversary of D-Day. They're getting another style for the M5Y. Don't know why, because that thing's horrible. Those are that. Those are this. EU finals. Oh, there's the whole Onslaught Legends Cup, OLS, as they're saying. So I'm guessing that this is their latest attempt on a competitive scene, I guess. So that's been going on. Drops are this weekend, 100%. Let's see. It's Watt Express. This is all paid crap. Steel Hunters returning. We talked about that. More RU crap. Watt Blitz. We'll get to here in just a second. This is Project CW, Cold War, whatever it was. More RU. Here's the Azure Lane stuff, and these are definitely some scantily clad young people. Common Test 2 is out. I believe the timing of that is going to be at the end of this Battle Pass, because it's got the Battle Pass stuff on it. So new achievement system. Operation Overlord. Remember, there's going to be tier 6 tanks at the end of each of the things, which are basically premiums that are copies of Tech Tree tanks. Arcade Cabinet is going to have night battles, is my understanding. I don't like that.
No.
I just...
It's not to my flavour, really.
In Helldivers, they have some missions where it gets really dark, and it's just really annoying trying to see what the hell's going on. I don't think it gets that dark in the World of Tanks one, so I guess probably at the end of the day it's going to be a bit of a wash. But making things harder to see on the screen is not where I want to be.
No.
But we'll see. Maybe it looks cool. I know people have wanted it for a long time, but I'm kind of the opinion in this game, who cares? Who cares?
Is this? What about lights on tanks? What's your feelings on them?
Again, I don't care. If it looks cool, people like it because it looks cool. Whatever. It's not a priority for me. I don't play this game and go, wow, wouldn't it be cool if there were lights on the tanks?
Right, got you. Okay. Yeah. I just wondered at all.
We're getting infrared. Good. Yeah, it's the old, I'm old, I don't like it. But it's I guess it's not even really that I don't like it. It's really that it's just not a priority for me, and I could care less. If it's in the game, I guess it's in the game, but who cares? Don't know. So we got this E77. This is an interesting one. Tier 9 tank. Heavy tank. 460, I think, bad eyes. 460 alpha. 12 second, 13 second reload. 0.36 accuracy, -8 gun depression. Turrets at 290, which is pretty decent. Although it looks like it has a decent hatch at the top. 135 on the hull. What's its speed? 45, decent mobility. So that's in Super Test. Now here's an interesting thing. The Czechoslovakian Tier 9 with the autocannon, guys. Check this out. This is the first time I've really seen stats on it.
What site's this on?
Armored Patrol.
Armored Patrol, yeah, I went on this morning. Yeah, I've seen that.
So check it out. We have penetration 180, 240 with gold. Shell damage is 12.
What does that mean?
12 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
But here's the kicker: 75 shells in the clip.
What?
0.05 seconds between shots.
What?
And only 20 seconds to get completely reloaded again. So this is a light tank. Little dual autocannon. Spits out 75 shells.
Times 12.
Yeah. Where's this? Where's my? There we go. So 75 times 12. It's only 900.
Yeah.
Only. Of course, they all have to pen, right? They all have to hit
Yeah.
number one, then they all have to pen.
Yeah, you'll
No, I-
have dispersion all over the place, won't you, really?
Now, I don't know why. I guess I know why, kind of, but the premium round does less damage apparently, from what I can tell here. So it's at 9.
Why?
Yeah, the pen's
Yeah, what's the
180.
pen? That's a good question.
The pen's 180, and then 240 for the
180,
for the gold
240.
gold round. So the damage goes down. I think they sort of understand how that kind of mechanic can be pretty OP. But this dude gets beside you, you're gonna get thumped.
Well, yeah. If you take out your side armor or even behind you, it's a little bit like what was that T1 down at Tier 2, the American T1, whatever it was. They had the manic gun, brrr, just away you went, and it.
Yeah, it's essentially basically like the machine guns they have down at the lower
Yeah.
tiers. Yeah.
Yeah.
-7 gun depression. Let's look at the rest of the stats. Somebody said how. What they saying? Aim.
Yeah, really good. Yeah.
Aim is.
But this is a light
0.4,
tank, isn't it?
so no, it's not
Right,
good.
No,
Yeah.
no. But it is a light tank, so if you're end game, if you're at end game, you can get up close and personal and just waste those near deaths, can't you?
So that's my question, Obandu. One of my main questions to begin with is, because of the individual rolls for shells for crit hits, how is that going to be handled with these things?
Well, yeah, HE. Does it have HE?
Yeah.
Okay.
25. Oh, wow. So it's only 50 pen, but you get into the side of something, 25.
Well, that's it, or the rear. Yeah,
What
yeah.
is 25 times 75? That's 1,875.
Yeah,
You get up next to something soft, you're
Yeah.
you're gonna delete that thing.
Good for RT runs, you're right. Brilliant.
Wow.
Wow.
So I'm kind of curious how they're going to handle their mechanics for the rolls for crit hits off of that.
It'll be very soft skin though, surely. I mean.
Well, it might be every so many pens gets a crit roll, or I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It may be that the module damage is so low that it doesn't matter. I'm not sure. It doesn't say here what caliber it is. I'm assuming it's no more than 75, but I bet it might even be more like a 57 or something like that, 30 millimeter or something like that. It does 62. It goes backwards at 23.
Crikey.
Turret's 40. Whole armor's 50. So no armor.
No,
Concealment.
that's what I was going to say. It's going to be ultimately. It's going to be blacked, isn't it?
Concealment is 17.67, so it's a tier 9. Let's look at some of the other tier 9 scouts here in my client. What's the concealment on this thing? The lightweight's not known for concealment, so what has it got? It's got come here, you dumb thing. Alright, so its base is can't see the base, doesn't show it. Thanks for breaking that out, Wargaming, and not telling me what the base is, but only giving me the bonuses. It's great. So 316. So it's about the same as a lightweight. So it's not very good.
Not very good. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's a fairly large tank.
Yeah, Jimmy. I think you're right. It's a late game cleanup if you survive. I think the idea is survival. Probably cam it up to the eyeballs, get all your crew with camouflage and everything else, and just
Yeah.
wait for end game, really.
So I know they teased that, right? Remember they teased the whole autocannon thing, and that looks like the one of the first, at least that we have data on.
Yeah.
Does it say it's a premium? Check on autocannon representing the new branch. So apparently a Czech branch with the autocannon feature is basically its gimmick. Here, Pilgrim, is the aforementioned in the last few weeks mystery. Where is it? Tier 8 premium Polish TD.
There it is.
So the Grom. Why did that not work? That did not work. There we go.
You got the stats coming up.
Yep, there we go. We got the Grom. Let's move this over a little bit. There we go. Shell damage. Let's call up. Is this in the? This is not in the It's not in the stats, is it yet, guys? Have you looked around in this yet? Let's find out. I don't
Is it
think
in
it
the
is.
files?
I don't think so, but I'm just going to take a quick look in case it is. I don't think it is. What's the tier 8? It's the Kalana. I need to get the statistics anyway, so we're going to add that to comparison. We'll add tier 8 TD. It is not. All right. Tis not in. Gotta set this up so I'm not getting any bonuses out of all my skills and crap, equipment and whatnot. Field mods. Apply. Let's see if we can get over here and maybe get some of this info for you guys as well. That's gonna be hard to see. I'll just talk to it. Setting that up would be a pain in the rear. All right, so what we got? Shell damage 700 to 350, and I think that's the same. Yeah, I think that's the same damage as the Kalana from what I can tell.
Right.
This thing's pen is 260. The Kalana has 269 with the standard round. Shell velocities are similarly fast. Reload time is similar. I've got 14.96 on the Kalana. That says 15.5, but I think I've got the crew bonus or something on this one, maybe. So that's similar. It looks like very similar tank. The 0.36, this premium is worse. 2.78 aim time, 2.7 there. So what is the difference? They both have a terrible minus. Actually, the Kalana has -7. It only has -5.
5, yeah.
Wow. So, huh. What's the difference? Is it just a straight up worse? What am I missing here? Mobility.
I don't know.
They both go 40 and 15 backwards. It's the Grom has slightly better traverse speed. That's useful because the Polish TDs do not turn. That is very unfortunate for them. They get circled easily. Survivability. Maybe we have something going on here. 1,400 hit points for both. Kalana has way more armor at 200. This thing's only got 120.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's it. Not working. I don't think.
I think it's straight worse from what I can see. I don't see.
It's just a credit earner then, isn't it?
That's crazy. I'm not sure on the 700 to 350. Maybe the gun is actually less, right? What does the Kalana show? No, it's the same. 700 to 350. Okay.
Right.
So it's the same, basically the same gun. The penetration on the gold round for the Kalana is 302, and for this one it's 29. The Kalana is just straight up better, it looks like. I don't see anything this thing does better than the Kalana.
To be fair, I think that's the way forward. It should be like that. The premium should be good for your credits and you know, and that sort of stuff, your experience. But it shouldn't be a better tank than the Tech Tree tank.
I think I misspoke. This has a -7, and so does the Kalana. I looked at the wrong none, so it's a -7 depression.
Oh yeah. Sorry, -7, then -5. Yeah, okay.
They were not working, but they haven't been in a long time, so that's why this is sort of a surprise to me that unless I must be missing something. There's nothing here that's better than the Tech Tree, and that's highly unusual. In fact, there's a few things that are much worse. Well, not much worse, but a bit worse, other than the traverse speed. Right, Bruins? Of course, this is Super Test, so it's Super Test. Could change. All right, there's another little tank, the tier 3, whatever, probably going to be a gift tank or something. A German thing, I'm not going to worry about it. Let's see, we got bonus codes are over. This was interesting. Watt Express possibly hinting new nations. They've got some flags out for Switzerland and Hungary.
Yeah, right.
It was on a graphic, so
Yeah.
who knows. So
Well, what Express is?
that's the Russian one.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't.
Yeah,
It's not. Yeah, what I mean.
and it could
It's
very
like
well.
The daily bounce is still showing Christmas loot boxes.
Yeah, and it could very well be for RU.
Yeah.
Token vehicle challenge we talked about. That's a micro patch. Paid BS articles. There's a couple other things I want to look at down here. Outpost map balance adjustments. All right, so what do we got here? We've got. Yeah, I would agree with this stuff. I think this side of the map needs some changes because it's very stagnant. So it looks like they're increasing the terrain a little bit, giving a few more options for maybe moving up. This is from the other
Or
direction.
just a bit more cover, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that whole area, it's difficult to use.
Yeah.
Even in a light tank or something like that, you
Right.
get a bit more cover.
Yeah, so there's a little bit, I think, ability to potentially to move up and maybe turn some of this into more of a side scraping hole down, which I don't know if that's good, but that's kind of looks like the intent. You can now have a punchy face hole down here instead of this kind of stagnant two guys on a on a hill.
Yeah.
Although unfortunately that will decrease the importance of light tanks over here.
Yeah.
So that, you know, you get the good with the bad there. All right. This is a little corner here that sometimes guys get into, but it doesn't. There's not a lot of cover, so it looks like they've raised the terrain a bit, so you can kind of use it potentially to push up underneath here and start to light the guys that are camping. This is very interesting. Check this out.
Yeah. Yeah.
They put a whole building structure right here to make this more of a closer punchy face, I guess.
Yeah. Because you can get behind that. Can you not get
Sure.
behind that?
Yeah,
you
get a
can.
yeah. So you can now move up and kind of get around
Yeah.
and side scrape stuff and all that crap.
Just come back to the previous map because this stream is a couple of seconds behind. I missed the come back after the not the buildings one, the little
Little corner there.
corner. Yeah, come back to that one. Right. Yesterday I had a game where there was a geezer end game. There was one player left and there was two. There was an Artie and me, and he hid behind that little corner. He hid behind that rock. So I came past, never even spotted him. He dipped out, he blatted me from behind, killed me, and then chased the Artie and won the game. I thought, you scumbag, hiding on the back of the map. Absolutely fuming.
Gotcha.
I thought, I didn't even spot you. You know what I mean?
Okay. Now, this. Oh, I see what they did. I thought they were okay. So up on the higher road, they've moved the building so that the castle can't immediately gank you when you get into that little alcove there.
Really the problem. If they get the castle, they've got so much crossfire on there that it's
Yeah.
impossible to move.
Yep. So they increased that coverage a bit. Wait a minute. Before. After A, after B. Huh? Is that two options or what on earth is
No,
going
it
on
could be
here?
two options, couldn't it?
Looks like the same picture.
Yeah, I was going to say it doesn't look any different, does it?
I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with that. All right. This is a different angle of. Yeah, different angle of the corner.
Yeah.
Before, after A. Oh, there's two different options here. There's this building option and the castle looking building option.
Oh yeah.
That must be going on. There must be a difference in these here. Maybe
I
it's,
don't know, Abandu. It would be good if it was dynamic, wouldn't it? Start blowing buildings up.
They've talked about that.
Yeah.
Talked about it. That some of it will be some buildings being dynamic. So that's super test stuff. What's happened here? We've lost. All right, that's that. We've got night battles. This is where I got that arcade cabinet, so we can have some rain and night and whatnot. Here's your medal, Pilgrim, that you're going to get for Operation Overlord. Wear it proudly.
I think I will.
Put that on your uniform with the rest of your medals.
No.
Where'd you get the D-Day medal? World of Tanks Operation D-Day.
Yeah, I was there.
I stormed the beaches.
I don't like to talk about it, but
Oh.
I was there.
Got sand in my eye.
Oh dear, yeah. Dear, oh dear.
Oh god, that just keeps showing up. I think that's it. We got some Crusher in-game screenshots. I think maybe some of the CCs, have they featured some of these already? I want to say maybe Quickie Baby did a video. I don't know if he had gameplay. I think these were added to the common test. At least I know, maybe not these premium ones. The tier 6 premiums for the rewards, I believe, were added to common test. So you might see some gameplay of those things fairly recently, like this right here, the crocodile, which apparently isn't going to have the flamethrower piece on it. So it's just it's a crocodile with a gun. Didn't the flamethrower go through the gun? Or was it up front somehow?
It was definitely up front, yeah.
It wasn't the
Definitely.
gun. It wasn't through the barrel. Okay.
I think with the Shermans, they had that was it. They didn't have a barrel that could fire rounds. It was just a flamethrower, wasn't it?
I don't know.
it's
I
just-
can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up.
I'm not sure with these, but I do know with the Shermans, it was just a flamethrower.
No gun, different setup. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it was the whole machine gun that was with that. I think with that little thing right there is what that is. The little guy, little box on the front. Tier 10 medium tank. Because we need another.
Here's the thing, just coming back to the flamethrower. If they introduce that into the game, if you set fire to that tank, it's going to explode, isn't it? Because of the fuel that it's carrying.
I don't
In
know.
reality, it should do, shouldn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, but with wargaming, it won't.
I just think that's going to be a super annoying mechanic because I feel like it's not something you're going to get missed with if you're that close.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think it's going to bounce. Like, I don't know how the damage model stuff's going to go, but it's not like you would angle and bounce. You're just going to cook.
No, you're just going to burn, aren't you?
It just
Yeah.
seems like something you're not going to be able to get away from, but who knows how they're going to actually. All right, so I got some pictures here. This is it looks like it was off the front here. We got this pic. Just like shooting the napalm out of the front end right there. That's what the little doodad right there is the flamethrower. So there you go. And then what was the Sherman one called?
I can't remember. It's something like Betty or something like that. I can't remember now.
And it had the same thing. So it's coming out of the basically a port in the front. Although this one's, wait a minute, this one's doing something else.
Burning Betty or something they were called.
This one appears to be coming out of the gun barrel. This picture here appears to be coming out of the
that's
front.
Right. I thought the Shermans had it. I'm not sure if they could actually fire that particular gun, but it was a replacement barrel that fired flame as opposed to shells.
I mean, it's kind of
Pretty
showing
sure.
both though. This picture here has it coming
is it?
out of the machine gun port. But this appears to be coming out of the front of the barrel. This one appears the front of the barrel, the way it's shooting it over. Huh. Sherman crocodiles, I guess what it was called. Sherman with coaxial flamethrower, so there's a different version. It actually has a flamethrower barrel next to the regular barrel. That several of those
make
look like
more
that.
sense because
Yeah, there
it's
you
a
go.
defensive thing. Yeah.
Here's a model of it. Looks like it's actually on the front hole. So apparently there were several versions, it looks like, at the end of the day. Looks like some had barrels, some had just up front right there. Like this one has a device up front, that's the flame-throwing bit. See, this one only has one barrel. And dragging along all that very flammable material, man.
I know. You wouldn't want to be the tanker in that, would you?
Whew. Brutal. Interesting. So several ways to do it appears. As with everything, I imagine. That, I think, is all I had on the docket, my friend.
Yeah.
All-
I had it. Sorry.
All the print that's fit to be news.
All the print that's fit to be news, indeed.
Yep. What do you got going on this week?
This week, what am I doing? Okay, so the week is just normal work this week, but next weekend, I've got a free weekend. House General's going off with the daughter for a weekend.
Ooh, Class B bachelor
So-
weekend.
Well, yeah, I mean, on the Saturday, I'm travelling up to Lancaster on the motorcycle.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, but there's a big meet going on up there, big biker meet, and some of the guys have asked me to come along, so I'll go and scope that out. But that's a 4-hour journey up that way. It's north of Liverpool, but I'll go up there. I'm not staying overnight. They're all camping, but my camping days are over, mate. I camp in like hotel rooms. I don't camp in tents. You know what I mean? Arthritis doesn't let me.
I've slept on enough ground in enough
Yeah, exactly.
tents in enough countries to cover my camping urge for a long time.
I mean, I don't mind a log cabin, put it that way. But yeah, you know, not you know, canvas and getting up in the morning and trying to get the fire going and all the rest of the nonsense.
Yeah.
I can't be doing that. So yeah, I'll go up for the day. I'll leave at 5 in the morning. That'll take me up. That'll get me there for 10. Meet the guys, spend the day with them, and then about 5 in the evening, drop back down. I'll be home by 10, 11 o'clock.
So a day trip out and back and out back.
A day trip, yeah. Basically do that. So yeah, Crazy Paving will be done Friday afternoon and Sunday afternoon after coffee talk, I think. The continuation of Crazy Paving.
Flamethrowers, Dan, was my understanding in World War II, were used to reduce the hit points of enemy tanks until their crew bailed out and went back to garage. That's how it worked, I think. No?
I think probably. So, I mean, there's a whole big subject about that. I mean, do you carry an automatic fire extinguisher? Do you train all your crews to firefight? How are you going to work all that nonsense out?
I think ultimately you need brothers in arms first. So
yeah, and just, yeah.
all Marine crews came with brothers in arms, zero skill.
Well, yeah.
If they went through Marine Corps basic, then they had brothers in arms, zero skill.
That's the one.
That's correct.
That's the one. What you do need to do then is recruit a fireman. So you'll have commander, gunner, loader, driver, fireman.
You know what the craziest job? Never mind. I mean, that would be pretty wild anyway. But it's the guys that had the backpack ones, who were absolutely the first target. Anytime the enemy saw those suckers coming, that's who they shot first.
Yeah.
Oof. No, thank you.
I mean, you know, I wondered. Yeah, exactly. I wonder how they recruited for that. Hey, would you like to wear 30 gallons of fuel on your back and go around squirting?
I imagine a good number of them were voluntold.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
they probably went. Yeah, we'll do.
You're the flamethrower guy. Oh, great.
Yeah. That was like me, because I am a hobbit. I got the heaviest platoon weapon to carry all
Well, you were the
time.
closest to the ground to go prone and set it up.
I could just fall quicker than most people can get down.
Oh man.
Yeah.
For me next week, I don't think I have any major plans.
You got work though next week.
Well, actually, Friday I'm going to go fishing. I think I was planning on streaming. If the weather's bad, I may stream on Friday, guys. I'll try to get one in next week sometime for a couple hours at least. But the plan was Friday because that's my day off. But my buddy invited me to go fishing, so I'm going to go fishing and try to throw another pole in the water.
Do you sea fish then from where you are, or do you go to a river?
Oh, I'm on the bay. I live.
That's what I'm saying. So you do sea fishing.
Yeah, he's got a like a 25-foot sea hunt center console.
I was going to say, yeah, big
Yeah.
old sea poles. Yeah. But you can have 5 or 6 of those set up on the beach, can't you? You know, on the old on the.
Oh yeah, if you want to fish the surf, you can go out to the actual Gulf and do that. You can go to the bay. We fish in the bay. We go out the pass a little bit sometimes and do a little trolling for Spanish mackerel, but it depends on the weather and how bad the seas are.
Do you spin in?
Yeah, he's got some spinners. He's got
Yeah,
some other
yeah,
rigs with like colorful just jigs on them.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
lots of ways to do it. We can go.
Because I guess you get like our sea fish. in coastal waters tend to be flatties. So I guess you must get flatties.
Off the bottom, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got flounder here.
You know,
Yep.
flounders, that's it. Yeah,
Flounder.
Yeah.
But we've also got a lot of other stuff. We got grouper. We got
Oh, of course you have. Yeah.
different kinds of drumfish.
Eat what you catch.
Most of it.
Yeah.
The spotted trout are nice. Redfish is okay, but it's got a very limited keeper zone. They can actually be too
Yeah.
big and too small. So there's
Right.
a sweet spot in the middle that you keep them. They're okay. They're not amazing. Redfish pretty good. I like the trout. The spotted trout's really good.
Yeah.
What else do they keep? They'll keep triggerfish, but you kind of got to have to go after triggerfish. They're interesting. They don't really bite everything.
Right.
Obviously, the grouper and the snapper, there's multiple kinds of what we call snapper. They're drumfish family, I believe.
Yeah.
But all kinds of those. And again, the season depends. They're not always all in season.
But you do like mackerel as well. You get mackerel because we used to get it on the line. We used to take the skiff out, drop a line with half a dozen hooks down the line.
Yep. Yeah, with
and
jigs
then
on
just,
it.
Just trail that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to do it for the local fishermen to catch shark because they'd use the mackerel as bait for shark.
Yeah.
So,
You can catch that. People will make pretty good mackerel dip.
Yeah.
Smoked
yeah.
mackerel dip. That's pretty decent. I wouldn't really just eat mackerel because I don't find it to be that good. For like
No,
a fillet or whatever, it's not that.
It's
interesting.
okay smoked. If you can smoke it,
Yeah.
it's nice. Right.
So it's mackerel season.
I
They're
find that-
running right now.
What's your feelings on fish and release then? Because I personally, I think it's stupid. Get a fish for what you're going to eat. You know.
Well, if it's not season, we got to release it.
No,
So
it's
we
not
do
season,
that.
that's fair enough.
If it's something edible in season, I'll keep it. Sure.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing. Is if I can get a little meal out of it, that'd be great.
People say they do it for sport, fish and release. Well, if you're in a trout river and you're pulling trout out and you're putting them back, I get the sport side of it, but I pull fish to eat. I don't pull it for sport.
Yeah, I got a friend who does fly fishing. Goes all over the world.
Yeah.
And just loves fly fishing, and he releases most of it because he goes fishing so much and catches so many fish.
Too many fish. Yeah, I get that.
He doesn't need that much. And most of those guys, like you said, it's all catch and release because they're not planning on keeping it. They're just out there to catch it.
Grumpy old man using McDonald's straws to catch his fish. Spanish mackerel.
Yeah, it's oily war child, 100%. So it's decent you can make if you smoke it nice and put it in a dip with all the jalapenos and stuff, it's passable.
Yeah.
But it's mostly just kind of fun to catch because a lot of them, you'll hook a lot of them sometimes, and they do like to fight a little bit, so it's not bad. Steak.
Jimmy K likes
steak or
steak.
nothing. Pompano's good. They're throwing Pompano.
Yeah, Pompano. You know, Low Blow is got himself all qualified up now. He just sent me some pickies of his first deer rifle he's going to buy. In fact, I'll do an old man's thing if I've got.
Dude, I absolutely love, not because I like the idea of it, but just because it's so crazy, the amount of hoops you guys have to jump through to do shit like that.
Oh man, it is not. I mean, you've got to get verified. You've got to do all these courses. You've got to be sponsored by somebody responsible, like a judge or somebody like that. You know what I mean? To say
It's so-
you're a man of good character.
It's just
It's stupid.
oh, dude.
So I don't know if you can see this, but I got.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the first one he's going to get, and then he's going to put this stock on it. Hang on, find it. There we go.
Right, Cliffy?
He's gonna buy that stock for it, so it's a
So
little bit
typical
more
low
adaptable.
blow, he's going all in on everything.
Yeah, he's spending his whole month's allowance because he gets an allowance off his house general. The whole allowance, his whole allowance from his house general, is going on this. You know what I mean? It's gonna sit. I'll tell you what. In 6 months' time,
shit.
it'll be sat in the garage with
Yeah.
never been used.
Right next to
Got
the $5,000 gaming rig, and
Yeah,
the
exactly.
$5,000 more dollars of cockpit seat and equipment and stuff.
I know. Do you know what? Do you
And
know
the
what I expected?
$10,000 of look at the stars stuff.
Look at the star stuff. Yeah, I know.
Has he stopped doing that?
he's sort of on and off with that now because
Yeah.
he's got so into this deer hunting.
Yeah, because he's
You know
got
what I
to shoot a deer, man.
mean? We have to rip him to pieces when we're travelling down with him about this, because that gaming that cockpit chair was gifted to him. That whole
Yeah.
console, the flight console, that was gifted to him by the makers of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because he was doing.
The thing is, he just got so good at that it just wasn't a challenge anymore. Like the guy
he gets
could
bored
more
with
or
it.
less
Yeah,
beat
yeah.
anyone. I mean, people would beat him once in a while, but generally
Yeah.
he won. The vast majority of merges, and you get to a point because it is a game that you learn the ins and outs and exactly what to do and how to do it. I watch some videos on guys doing it, and I'm watching them fly these things in DCS in particular. But any game is the same thing. They just get so good at going exactly to the right airspeed and pulling the right,
Yeah. Because it is a game, and it's like when you're gaming against bosses. There's a way to kill a boss, and once you've learned all the ways to kill the boss,
Right.
it's an easy game.
That doesn't
Right.
change. You do it every
No.
time. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Simbo does astrophotography very well. You should link up with Low Blow. You really should.
Do you really do that, Zimbo? That's cool. Didn't know that. I may have done that. I think you might. Were you here when we had Low Blow on and we were talking about that? He gave us the whole dissertation on that thing, man. It was pretty cool. He's made some pretty good pictures. That's a good thing though. Overall, he's got a life where he can kind of pursue some of these things and enjoy himself. So good on him.
Excellent. Yeah,
It's not.
I mean, he's,
certainly not a scoff. I am giving him a bit of a hard time, but it's not really a scoff. It's like good on you, man.
no, not at all. I mean,
Keep that brain
I'm
engaged, man.
jealous. Yeah.
Keep the brain
If
engaged.
anything, I'm jealous. I mean, he is a house. He's a house dad, so he looks after his little
Yeah.
ones while his good lady goes off and earns the pennies. But he's done his bit. He's retired now.
Yeah.
He looks after the kids, and his pastimes are things that interest him.
There you
I
go.
mean, we would all die for that sort of life, wouldn't we? You know what I mean?
I spent shit tons on scuba, Zimbo, when I was younger. When we were early in the military, we did a lot of diving, especially in Okinawa. And then when we got back here, I used it a little bit. And only recently, in the last about 3 years, did I finally throw it away because I opened up my scuba bag and I looked at all of it. I'm like, first of all, anything mechanical like the regulators and stuff, I ain't trusting that. And you might as well buy a new one, mess with that. So that's out. Anything rubber was rotted and whatnot. Well, I mean, I could put those flippers on, but they're probably going to shred off my feet at some point while I'm diving. Like scuba stuff doesn't age well.
No,
you
it's
gotta
not
that.
designed to age
No,
well.
it's not.
You've
You're
gotta-
if you're actively scuba diving, you're replacing a lot of that stuff pretty
Of
often.
course you are. I did a lot of free diving in Belize. I did a little bit of scuba. I'm not qualified scuba in any way. I'm not PADI or anything like that. But I did free
That's right.
diving in Belize, and which is great in Belize because they've got quite a shallow continental shelf, and then it drops off into the sea
Yeah.
quite steeply, almost cliff-like. So, and we used to have Belizean harpoon guns, which is basically a tube of bamboo with a very thick rubber band on it, with a big long metal harpoon, which you would pull back underwater, and it
Right.
had a rope attached so you didn't lose it.
Yeah.
And of course, you'd be free swimming. I'd swim along the continental shelf. I'd see what I thought was an angelfish. I'd go over the edge of the cliff, if you like, going down, ready to fire, and realise it was the tail of a shark. So then I swam that way so fast. Flippers going like mad, you know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, it's fun.
The shark was like, that is some kind of weird diseased seal. I'm not going to eat that thing.
Yeah.
That thing swims weird. I forgot about that, Zimbo. Astronomy. Yeah, you've told us that before. That's awesome, man.
Cool.
That's awesome. So, so you taught all about Scorpio and what are the other signs?
Yeah.
Right. He's got steam coming out of his ears right now.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he? Yeah. Anyway,
I'm just
we talked
kidding.
about
I'm
futures
just
in
kidding.
there.
I'm just kidding.
What's the forecast for me tomorrow, then?
I'm just kidding.
I'm a Libra. Tell me all about what's happening tomorrow.
I love those astrologers. They know everything about everything. Oh, wait, astronomy. Yeah, so I don't know. Not much for me, I think, this week. Scorpius. He's like, I've heard that joke 8,000 times. It's not funny. Or variations of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just
So,
basically... Go ahead.
Coming back to beach fishing, then, do you like have your own rig, or do you borrow your mates? Did you say you've got your own?
Well, we're going to be on the boat, so I have a medium
okay.
weight. I have a medium weight
Right.
casting rig, which will work for the bay with about
Yeah.
12 pound line or so. So that's fine for that.
Oh, you're not beach casting then. You're on a boat. You're
On
in
a
a
boat.
chair. You've got right.
No chair. No
okay.
chair. He doesn't have a chair. It's not that big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a deep sea. You can take
You're
it
not
out.
doing marlin.
He's only got a single engine, so it's not the wisest thing to go
okay.
too far out on a single engine. Generally, we stay in the bay and we fish for the trout and the redfish and stuff like that.
Isn't that a chilled way to go out?
Oh, yeah,
though?
it's very
You
nice,
you can just
yeah.
put I take it you put your sea anchor out so you don't drift too far.
Sometimes we troll
Yeah.
along. Sometimes we
Yeah.
drift. Sometimes we put an anchor down. Just comes
Cool.
and just go out into the flats. They
Case
call
of
them.
beer.
Yep.
A case of beer and
Yep.
just sitting there chewing the cud. Awesome.
Yep.
Good days they are, mate. Good days.
Yeah, I don't worry about too much about catching things. If we generally do catch something.
Yeah.
We went out one time and actually absolutely slayed the trout. Just had a really good day last fall at the end of summer, early fall. It's just getting into the fishing season here for things you can
Right.
keep. The trout should
Yeah.
be showing back up in the bay because the grass is growing again. So you go to the flats where the grass is and they're hanging out eating the bait fish in there.
Right, got it.
So it'll be more
Awesome.
of an excuse to get out on the water, get some sun, and drink a beer or two. And
Well, you see about what you said about Low Blow's lifestyle and that. I mean, you've got that lifestyle in that sense. Is that where you've got time off, you've got things that are good to go and do.
yeah,
You know, you've got the bay fishing and you've got stuff like that. And I think you need to do that because life is so crazy fast paced at times. Sometimes you just need to go time out. You know what I mean? Time out. I'm going to go and do something.
yeah. I think you got to have hobbies, man. They don't have to be
Yeah,
expensive
absolutely.
ones or hard ones or whatever. But
Yeah.
gaming,
Absolutely.
fishing, actually futzing around my yard is a bit of a hobby. I enjoy that.
Yeah,
Improve stuff, add to the paver situation, get whatever.
You'll be doing crazy paving then soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find some things and break them right now and then put them in the ground.
And you can say to your house general, "This is a new thing. This
Well,
just
if
come
you-
out from the UK."
If you saw my porch, my paving project, which I've sent a
Right.
picture to you, those are
I
all
have
different
seen
pavers. I didn't go out and
They
buy.
are,
I didn't go. I did buy some because I needed a few extras because I didn't have enough. But I had been stacking various odd pavers, some from the yard because there was a lot of weird paving stuff that I took out and kept it all, and the other stuff from my buddy's house and guy down the street's giving away stuff. Had a stack
Yeah.
of them, so I
Yeah.
basically built that. Other than maybe the last 2 or 3 rows with repurposed pavers, I just basically made a
Well, there you are. That's the US version of crazy paving.
that is
You can
crazy
claim
paving.
that.
I just didn't break
You
them.
can US crazy paving.
Just found a cool article on it in Pavers Illustrated.
Yeah.
No kidding? Are you kidding us, or is it talking about breaking the pavers to make them cool? That's pretty funny.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, that's the article. All right, guys. That's 2 hours, my friends. Thanks everybody. Follow, subs, all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us for a couple hours on Sunday while we can BS about tanks and all kinds of other stuff. You guys have a fantastic week. Let's find somebody to raid here. I think I'm going to do a little Helldivers today. And obviously, we'll do some tanks.
I'll have a look at Helldivers. I'm not 100% behind that, but we'll have a look at it.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure how long I will stick with it, but we'll see.
You get it through Steam?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
easy peasy through Steam.
Damon's game.
Damien's here. What's happening, man? We're just
We
leaving.
shall see you on Tankfest, dude.
You caught us at the end, my friend. You guys all know Damien. Great stream. What are you doing up so early, man? Holy cow. On a Sunday? He's up this early on or are you actually just going to bed? It could be just be going to
He
bed.
spent the night. He spent the night doing it, hasn't he?
That's funny.
Damn. Does Pavers Illustrated have a swimsuit issue? They do.
They do. It's a lot like the current Sports Illustrated version.
Stop it. It's Pilgrim without his top on, dude.
Oh golly! Woo. Woo.
Oh, dear.
That's horrible. I'm not seeing.
What? Is it a horrible pilgrim without his top on? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. I don't.
All right, then.
I'm not even
I'll
sure
agree
what it
with
looks
that.
like, and I
Yeah.
don't want to
No.
know. But also, I know it's horrible.
You don't need to know.
No.
You don't need to be traumatized.
All right, we'll raid God Pack. Why not? Unless anybody's got a better person. Hobbit Sistis. Yeah, it's exactly. Hobbit phobia is what that is.
Oh dear.
Drops on. Huh. I don't know. We'll go raid God Pack. Why not? What the heck's going on here? There he is. Sweet. Hey, Damien, thanks for coming by, man. We're just leaving, my friend. You have a great one. Is he going to? Did he say he's going to Tank Fest?
Tagfest with Goose, I think. David.
Sweet. Well, we'll see you at Tank Fest, Damien. You and Goose, man. I'll be there as well. I'll be there with Pilgrim. So we'll see you there, man. We'll have a chat and whatnot. All right, let's start this raid. All right, fellas. Once again, thanks very much. Big appreciation. I will try to stream next week at some point. If Friday gets washed out by weather or something, it will certainly be Friday. Otherwise, I'll be fishing. Off we go. You guys have a great one. Pilgrim, say bye.
Bye bye.